Welcome back. My name is Muligan and this is Hand of Fate 2. Last time we completed an additional little mission, the magician. So this time let's go with the high priest. So we have a companion, the high priest. Collect blessings in order to enter the ritual house at the summit of Mount Priestess and negotiate a treaty with the northerners there. Gain blessing to increase your chance of success. Northern honor, do not expect to be welcomed by northerners while treating in their lands. And campfire survive Mount Priestess by restoring life at camp. So we have all these new cards. We definitely want the market thief because we could get a little thing there. And I guess we take, oh yeah, let's take this and this. Let's take some of the new cards. Okay. Alright, equipment. What do we want? We have the Winter's Bane. I definitely want to check out what they have as abilities. Here we go, 5 equipments, and we can start.
You find yourself once again in the company of prayer and religion. How unfortunate.
Ooh, we have 2 little coins.
Now it begins. Negotiations on behalf of the Empire. We will see how that story ends.
We do have a new card, a new currency. Malacalypse has somehow roped you into traveling deep into the far north on a diplomatic mission. While I usually refrain from working for the Empire, since this one takes me further away from it, I've made an exception. It will square my debt with General Brandstorm and help open many doors for you. What do you say? Sure, let's begin. Excellent, bring your sword and let me do the talking, says Malacalypse. I've brought plenty of supplies, so we can set up camp when we get hungry. So we get some food, nice. Malacalypse shares a tidbit as you commence your journey. The High Priestess is quite partial to blessing. If you can prove yourself worthy, you would have a better chance at swaying her in our favor. Collect at least 6 blessings before meeting the High Priest, so this is our blessing probably. Okay, you grit your teeth and begin the ascent. Oh, this time around it's the other way around.
Be careful where one takes refuge, even in the worst of storms.
What? 10 damage really. The climb becomes unbearable as the ferocious blizzard sweeps the mountain. You seek shelter in a cave and desperately fight off the onset of frostbite. Huge failure. Oh. Success. Easy. With the howling winds ease, you clear the snow from the cave entrance to discover the dark clouds have passed. Malacalypse forages for firewood, saying this log is dry enough. We can set up camp here for the night. Access the campfire at any time between encounters. The campfire can be used to consume food, trade, or review your mission. Okay.
Not every temple has crumbled into the dust, more's the pity.
The Temple of Divine Providence provides blessing in exchange for a simple gold donation. And we want to get donation. No, we want to get blessings, so... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, we get... So instead of a normal blessing we can choose, we could get Gambler's Banker, probably a higher chance to win in gambling, Goat Zealot, Monk's Vitality, Beggar's Charm, Longshot. Let's go Goat Zealot. Oh, healing, receive 15 health for every gold gain card you receive. Okay. Let's back out. Receive 4 food after every dice gambit. Nah. If your max life is less than 150, you may discard food gain or equipment gain cards to receive plus max life. Gain up to 20 gold at the beginning of a new map if you have less than 20 gold. Score the exact target value in the dice gambit to draw 5 equipment cards, then discard this card. To draw 5 equipment? Score the exact target value in the dice gambit to draw 5. Let's take the money one. Ta-da! Doesn't you leave with your new blessing? So this doesn't count to my blessing that I need. No, it is.
Here's
One
a
of 6
token for
blessing.
you,
6
if
blessing.
you can earn it.
The Market Bazaar is a hive of activity traders from across. We had this last time, I believe. As a man beats down crowd, tuck inside, and there is someone that jump to your foot and catch a glimpse. Only one success. Failure. So I have 1 in 4 chance to get this, so.
In the cold,
Another
men
blizzard.
become desperate. Women hold these mountains together, even through the worst.
Music shelter, blah blah blah. What happens if I fail? I will never know. So we can camp here, which I will do.
Campfires will always offer warmth and heat, but they also change with each challenge. Be prepared.
A figure appears from out of this world of frost and snow. It is a northerner. I come in peace, he says. I make the pilgrimage to the High Priestess. I mean you no harm. Without waiting for approval, he slumps down beside you and warms his hands by the fire. In my youth, I once fancied a northern warrior. She almost cut off my head when I serenaded her. Malacalypse plucks a mournful note on his lute. Young love, hey? Cook some food. The last time I was on Mount Fredis was when I got very drunk and lost a bet. One more. And let's see, trade. Buy food, buy equipment. What can I buy? The Winter's Bane. Let's see, what do we have? Knockdown Northerner. Perform a powerful strike that causes knockdown to Northerners. Enemies in knockdown can be defeated with a finisher. Riposte charge against Northern. Riposte deals more damage. One-handed can riposte between enemy combo attacks. Additional defense from a shield is useful. Okay, we don't have the money, so finish. And break camp. If that is the code Knight.
A lesson in
Avalanche.
caution awaits us all. Nature, truly wild nature, will not tolerate fury in its domain, unless it is its own.
High up on the mountain, you see the silhouette of a man approaching through the heavy snow. He bellows through the roaring wind. Who dares to trespass in the sacred grounds of our priestess? Hidden raiders spring down the mountain with the dexterity of mountain goats. Oh, a little fight, okay. I forgot how to fight, so this will be interesting. And now attack, stuff.
Who dares
Okay.
venture? None less than the amazing Priestess and assistant.
Okay, this is... This is not going fine. This is definitely going really wrong. Nope, not going good. Okay. So red was dodge, I believe. And green was counterattack. I believe. I'm not really sure. but we succeeded somewhat. Armory games. The Winter's Bane. Got it nonetheless. So we are losing some damage. And here's potion good. The clash of steel rings out, echoing through the peaks. The mountains answers with a low ominous rumble as the wall of white rushes towards the melee, sweeping away everything in its path. We have to get 11 at least.
Dice are a constant reminder of death. The singular is die, as I'm sure you know, and they are often called bones for the material from which they were crafted. Here, however, they may also bring a touch of life.
You seek shelter against the bluff, pressing your nose to the rock face as the avalanche roars overhead. When the trembling stops, you are miraculously unscathed. Your assailant's weapon juts out from the snow. As you near, you realize it is still clenched in his head, his body buried by the wrist in the avalanche. Dig him out. Yes, a nice second blessing, good. You brave the cold and free the raider from the icy grave. He takes a moment to catch his breath and says, "You saved me. Though we are enemies by blood, take my blessing and leave me to my thoughts." Heroic sacrifice. Try to combat with 2 or more monster cards. Optionally discard a basic monster card, but lose your companion. I don't need my companion, he's useless. And we can make a camp. Mountain does a bite. Okay, cook. Get some life. Okay, one more. So we are over the half. Credit settings. Controls. Let me check. Bash. Doesn't really help me because controller. Maybe, wait. Maybe if I do this. Yes. Bash. Bash, attack. Attack, okay, bash. Evade, defend. I don't remember what I needed to use. Evade was for the red one. And the bash... I believe the defend... Nah, who cares? Let's go back. Ascension.
The mountain itself pushes
A sudden
you
blizzard
back.
slows your progress through the mountain freighters. The bitter winds pierce your skin like shards of glass. So we get some money.
Witches I will tolerate. They have at least stepped into the streams of power that magicians call
Blessed
home.
brew. As you ascend the snowy mountain freighters, you happen up in a cottage with pungent smoke wafting out of the chimney. A frail old lady sweeping snow off the path beckons you to come in. We come in search of the great high priestess to deliver an important message, says Maleklips. You'd better go bearing blessings if you want to get on the high priestess' good side. I'm fixing a batch right now if you would like a taste. If I've got it right this time, you can take it to her, she says, stirring the cauldron. Maleklips politely declines. I've been watching what I eat, but my companion here has an insatiable appetite, he says, nudging you forward. Oh, we have the chance of a blessing. Allies return. Revived companion at the beginning of each new map. Just take a sip of the aromatic potion and feel warm, fuzzy feelings flowing through your body. Looks like my recipe is a success. I'm sure the High Priestess will appreciate this one. We thank the old lady and continue up Mount Freighters, paying no heed to the brewing blizzard. But my blessing counter doesn't improve. Another blizzard. Oh, for fuck's sake. We climbed, unbearable blizzard sweeps. We have another test. which I will now fail. The wretched smell of fish meat and stale sweat alerts you to the presence of a bear rousing from hibernation. The ferocious beast bares its teeth and swipes at you with giant paws. Really? You flee the cave having barely survived. We now have an access to a camp, which we will use. Food for sale has refreshed, equipment for sale has refreshed. Get some food. Equipment. Let's see, Cardinal Blade. I mean, how much can I sell this one? Not really anywhere. Okay, let's get some supplies. Good enough. Finish trading, cook 2 more food. Break camp. Let's see, another blizzard. This time only off 20. How many blizzards? Huge failure. You are alerted to the sound of shuffling footsteps. You can barely make out the silhouettes of the menacing figure who have invaded your shelter. They are not the sort you would want to be in such close quarters with. A frost berserker, frost trapper, and 3 of frost. Sacrifice your companion to discard a monster card. Yes. I only have to fight 2 then, instead of 5. Yeah. And I believe those guys were pretty bad. Filled with rage and determined to destroy, Berserker's weapons are imbued with ice that slows the enemy's movement and attacks. Okay. No. There we go, evaded that. Ah, right, okay, now I have. I'm pretty confident I now have an idea. Fight again. Evade. Okay. Evade again. Don't stay. Okay, this was not the block button. And I'm slow. Not good. Okay, evade that. Nope. Come on, go down. Okay. If I get you down. Oh, well. Let's finish him. And now I only have 2 ranged guys. Okay. There we go. Nope, block. Counter attack. There we go. Whew. Somehow got it. Please, could have taken a lot more damage. I believe I started with 45, so gained some money, some supplies. As a blizzard cases ceases, I believe, the intruder makes their escape. You find dry wood suitable. We definitely have to camp a little bit. Cook. One more. There we go. 60 life again.
Ever since I've returned to this world, I've been disappointed. The filth, the shame, the horrors dwell in the minds of men, not in the monsters in the darkness.
First off, I want to say this, I believe, is the counter. How long my eclipse is down, I believe. But okay, Westwind's only tavern, the Rusty Razor, is a safe harbor among the many dangers of the outer reaches of the Empire. Its barkeep sits outside his establishment with a look of resigned defeat. Upon your arrival, he draws straight up and a smile almost breaks out across his face. At last, someone from the guild is here. These Empire soldiers have almost ruined me. Before you can disagree, the owner swings open the saloon doors and pushes you inside to fight more people. Inside you discover a handful of Empire soldiers enjoying ale rather than doing their duty. The freshly invigorated barkeep hops onto a table and shouts above the noise, "You lazy, drunken deserters are done. The steward's guild has sent an enforcer here and now you are all going to have to get back to your post. This town needs defending." One of the soldiers rises with a slight sway. "We've got 3 days until our shift ends and we return to civilization. So we are not doing any fighting unless you threaten the supply of ale, right lads?" A reckless cheer erupts and beer tankards smash together all around. "So why don't you take your shiny little badge and shove off?" The barkeep turns to you. "What are you going to do?" "We are going to threaten. I don't have the money to bribe." You suggest with menace that the soldiers should report to duty or they will report to the healer. Ooh. Success or failure? Failure, naturally. "I won't be threatened by the likes of you," the soldier grumbles as he rises, followed by his friends. "I probably don't get anything. I probably destroy the bar, and he's going to... Now I lost everything, thanks. No thanks." Okay, we have some musketeers, which is interesting. Watchmen, taken from the dregs of society, elevated to petty positions of power. Watchmen can block, greatly reducing incoming damage. Use bash to open them up for damage. Okay. So I can just block their shots. There we go. Come on. Okay, I had to block. I did not block, I wanted to get my finisher through. There we go. Finish. Bam. Come on, let me finish one of the range guys, please. There we go. Nope. Bad guy. Wow. There we go. Deal with you. Nope. There we go. I like the fighting system. It is pretty easy, but it doesn't seem too easy because you only have a certain number of people to fight. Pick again. Optionally retry any chance card gambit. Guardian Angel. Earn 15 gold. You now have 6. We need one more blessing. No, we need all 6 blessing? I have no idea. A soldier's fall under yet another blow from your weapons. The leader shouts out, "Stop! Alright, we will do our part. Just stop cracking our skulls. You gain 4 fame." And we get one of the coins.
Nicely done.
Can. Let's eat some more food. We should have enough to get through the adventure. Oh.
A grand opportunity for you
Okay,
to
Temple of
take
Divine
whatever
Providence. We
pleases
have
you
the money.
and go about
We
your
have
day.
we have the same. Deft Eye reduce the speed of a real gambit. No, don't need that. Fiery God, yes. Some healing. And we only need one more blessing. Let's hope we get one.
These are the choices that make the hero or the villain.
Pauper Plague. The town crier announces the Empire seeks mercenaries to join the battle against corruption. You seek out the watchtower where recruitment is taking place. You arrive in time to hear Sir Malefol's plan to wipe out the Paupers district. The outbreak began there and we cannot risk sparing any of their lives, he says. Sir Malefort, the Green leads the mercenaries to the Pauper district where the poor and sick have been walled off from the rest of the city. As he hears the wailing of the corrupted, Sir Malefort gives the command to charge. Fight the corrupted, no problem. Refuse to kill the paupers. I have the feeling we are going to kill innocent. You find yourself surrounded by corrupted. You draw your weapon and set your feet. We could sacrifice. We are not going to. I need more people that just tank. I need meat shields. So, yeah. Can't really have them not being there. Sure. I have this weapon for some time now. Used to defend those in need. Let me get through here,
Don't
guys.
let them hit me. I'm too handsome for violence.
There was some things. Alright, I have to finish those, I believe. If I don't finish them, they are coming back. Something like this. I did not succeed in blocking. Okay. Right. I have to back. There we go. And I bash his armor. And then I can just attack normally. I was like, finish him! There we go. Took 2 hits. Didn't really need to. Could have blocked those. But we defeated them. So Malefort commends you for your bravery and offers you a reward. Gain 2 fame. So this is fame. Okay, we got some money. Right, we get healed. Holy crap, we got healed a bunch. Yes, descent. So we have more time for getting the last blessing.
Despite nature itself attempting to thwart you. Old witches.
We have nearly full life, we have a bunch of money,
but I would
we need some supplies.
them.
Further up the mountain, the blizzard becomes so intense you barely see the tiny cottage engulfed in snow. An old lady beckons you in. I've received word from my sister's hawk and have been expecting you. I may not be as skilled as her, but this blessing potion I've whipped up is my best yet. Do you think it's good enough to take to the High Priestess? She says, blowing the steam off a simmering bowl of thick liquid. I really couldn't, says Maleklips, patting his belly, but he can. Why 1 second wind? Please, failure, but we can redraw. Divine Intervention. After all your rerolls in the dice gambit, reroll your lowest of the dice. Got the blessing. Perfect. You take a sip of the aromatic potion and feel a warm, fuzzy feeling flowing through your body. Looks like my recipe is a success. I'm sure the High Priestess will appreciate this one. Okay. Another blizzard. Sure, why not? I just healed all of this damage, and now I'm back. What are we going to get? A success. Continue. Bam, no problem. We now have a camp. Ooh, wait. I want to buy. Trade. Buy food. Buy the big food. Yes. Buy the small one too. I need that food. My equipment. Cardinal Blade. Inspect. I mean, I'm okay with the blade I have. Okay, let's advance an avalanche. Only those two? Sure.
With the least of notice, the very lands beneath
Trapper
your
and
feet
Berserker,
could slide away.
we probably get an
Life is
idea
filled
what the
with
Trapper is
surprises.
really doing. I mean, apart from throwing their little ball. On the frozen plains, prey are few and far between. The keen eyes of the Trapper see all. Trappers throw hunting traps that snare their targets, use a way to avoid the traps, or change move direction rapidly to break free. Nope. There we go.
Who dares venture?
Not gonna risk that. Nope. Come on. Get down. There we go. Finish. Okay. I forget that I have to block. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Triple attack. Triple counter. Nice. Go, got him. I should be able to finish him, but I did take some damage for no apparent reason, other than I'm bad. Took a couple hits that I didn't need to. As always. I just like the feeling of the blaze on my flesh. Question mark? Gets a shield. I need a good shield. Yes. Yes. Okay, an avalanche. So... we definitely want to re-roll this one. Ooh-wee. Another one. Are you kidding me? Yeah, re-roll. There we go. Everything apart of one was good. Dig him out. You saved me against some fame and divine providence as 2 to each of the dice during the dice game. Wow. Let's check. Oh.
I am torn between my loathing for gnomes
I don't
and
really
my
know if I
despair
can
that the
lose
world is
blessings,
becoming
so,
less strange and
getting more is not
arcane as
bad.
the Empire
We are now in
spreads.
the gnomic exchange. I have the money. I need food. Halt, wild humans, a voice calls out as the dozens more creatures leap from the trees around you. It takes a moment to realize they are gnomes, dirty, poorly armed gnomes. A few hold spears, but most have only a rock or sharpened stick. We seek arms to defend ourselves, the gnome declares loudly. Hand over some of your equipment and we will release you. We can even pay you something. I will give you some food for a helmet, one of the small folk exclaims. No, give me some armor and I will give you a health potion, chimes in another. The gnomes all loudly shout their own offers, trying to drown the others out. What do we have? I believe we have another sword. We have a shield. So yeah, we can exchange stuff. No. Not gonna give you my sword or shield. You refuse and the gnomes attack. A collection of sharp sticks and rocks fly in your direction. Are you kidding me? The gnomes quickly retreat into the trees, peering at you from the shadows until you leave. Yeah, I can't really risk giving my sword away. The underneath,
Mages are hard
following
to
Malekith's
eradicate
cryptic
at the best of
directions, many of
times.
which involve
We have
borrowing
our
farm
ways of
animals,
hiding from the light.
you arrive at the edge of a vast and lonely lake. There you uncover a cave entrance blocked by a stone door. We must seek out Ira of the Vale in the underneath, the bard had exclaimed as he followed a frightened cow around the previous night. Ask why he's seeking. Malekith drops his wine bottle nervously and falls a loud and hearty laugh, completely ignoring your questions. The bespectacled ogre manning the door of the underneath doesn't look up from his book as you approach. 10-foot items Per entry, he grunts. Malaclips scoffs. Robbery if you are trying to hustle us, sir. I will have you know that I can shoot lightning from my fingertips. The doorkeeper sighs, times the hardware. Mal, you will see when you get in there. You can only leave. Malaclips tries to wheedle his way in, but the ogre merely grips his club threateningly and he desists. I don't know if we can come back. Maybe. The old maiden,
Age turns us
walking
all.
through a shady
She has
forest, we
done
encounter
rather
a
better
frail
than I
old
in the
maiden.
time that has
She
passed.
stops to greet you. For centuries I have helped the mortals who find themselves lost in my forest. Is there anything that may help you with your journey? Supplies. This should sustain you for a few days, she says, squinting at you with tired eyes. 5 food. And was blocked by store door. Continue. Yeah. Can. Yeah. Can we camp? Can I buy stuff? Trade? No, we can't. I don't have enough food. Priestess.
Now the confrontation. Are you ready to face the priestess of her people and drive the deal the Empire has requested? Or will you
The
turn
winds clear
and
the
flee?
dark clouds to reveal the spire of a ritual house protruding from the summit. You press on through thick snow to find the wooden structure adorned with spoils of war. Enter. As you enter the great hall, the towering arched doors swing open with a heavy creak. A giantess in a velvet robe enters accompanied by raiders. Malaclips bows low to the ground. My companion and I have been sent forth to discuss a truce between the Empire and the Northerners, my lady. So they sent me a silver-tongued devil and his mercenary, she smirks. I hope for your sake you have a decent offering. You kneel before the High Priestess. Your offering will suffice, says the giantess, but if you seek to make a deal on behalf of the Empire, you must prove yourself against my champion. What's the... Her raider shouts, what the fuck? You are champion. One guy, one-on-one. No. I could remove someone. I did remove someone. I misclicked. But okay, I don't have to worry about ranged stuff out of left field attacks, which is good. He's alone. Berserker champion, fierce loyal and relentless champion of the High Priestess. Berserker weapons are imbued with eyes. Whoa, 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 whoa. I want to get rid of those guys first, please. Thank you. Let me finish him. There we go. Thank you. Wow. I have the feeling that he slowed down for a second there. Nope. Nope. What is going on? I don't know why. But I have the feeling the FPS too low. Nope. Evade that. And just hit. Finish. Nice. And down you go. I don't know what the slowdown was. But for some reason FPS was wrong. You've done well, now hear my turn. The High Priestess draws herself up, a towering figure draped in fur and wrath? Whatever. The North will never bend to the Empire. Blood for blood for blood. Those are my terms, small one. Let your leader hear it and quake. With that you make a quick descent to relay the message back to General Brandstrom. The High Priestess. Do I get both? I see you over there. Oh no, I got that one. Okay, let's see. For besting the High Priestess champion, we got a humble hammer, Berserker's Creed, and the Extinguisher. I didn't even see the one ring I had. For besting the High Priestess, we get some new cards: Winter Solstice, Burning Building, Temple Prayers, and Cartographer. And we get some supplies have been added: 5 food, a warrior's axe, and soldier's sword. And this is for finishing the High Priest, for gaining favor with the High Priestess, the Dark Roof Ring, and the Shrine, which is all shiny. And for finishing one of the things, cleaning out the Rust Razor, we get the Friendly Innkeeper, which is probably just a really positive event. Okay. We finish the High Priestess, and next we will go with the Empress or the Emperor. So, thank you very much for following on this campaign, and I will see you next time.